When you think of the Adventure Science Center, you might think of space or dinosaurs or even the planetarium. But while those are for the most part entertaining exhibits, the Science Center is all about educating its visitors as well. In tonight's School Patrol, children get the chance to discover what it's like when you can't use all of your faculties.
To move, they have to use their hands, and then they can't use them for other things.
Lloyd Ivester is having a problem.
You can't jump when you try to get the angle right.
The problem is,
It's hard to do it with one hand when you have a basketball,
he's trying to make a basket
because you have to roll over every time, lean over and pick it up.
while in a wheelchair.
You're restricted to the one place that you're sitting more than when you're on your feet.
Lloyd doesn't really need to use the wheelchair.
I got out of the wheelchair, which wasn't the most impressive, but it worked.
The Mission Possible exhibit at the Adventure Science Center
There's a ramp that you go up that is actually ADA accessible, so it's the correct pathway to go.
designed to give kids a feel
I think it's great. It's a good learning experience.
what it's like to have a disability.
You have to make the wheels turn with you.
On the back of the exhibit, we have various activities that they can do.
There was the regulation height telephone, and then the one that was too high.
One is ADA accessible height, another isn't.
And the one that was too high was really hard to get to.
So you get to understand the differences and the difficulties people have.
At first,
I moved this one forward and then this one backwards.
trying to get around might seem like an easy challenge,
It moves me side to side.
but in reality,
It's just harder to move around and get stuff.
this is hard work.
Just to move around and stuff. You're just stuck in a wheelchair and you're just sitting down.
The exhibit is sponsored by Vanderbilt Department of Rehabilitation Services,
Going up the ramp is the hardest, probably making turns.
the Nashville Junior Chamber of Commerce,
There you go. Ready? Push. It's okay. Up behind you.
and the Nashville Predators.
You're gonna go fast. Good job.
I fell off. Boom.
This glove simulates small motor skills difficulties.
It's estimated 34.2 million Americans have a functional limitation.
One of the things we do see a lot here is grandparents and grandchildren playing this together.
Not all of those limitations depend on wheelchairs.
These are difficult to pick up with this. That's why they make these kinds of checkers. They're called adaptive play checkers. They're much easier to move around.
But the children who visit the exhibit
I love that they get to experience this.
are still most challenged not being able to use their legs.
We never consider other people's perspectives very often.
It's also hard to turn corners.
It helps them have compassion, I think, for others.
The Mission Possible exhibit is one of the Science Center's permanent displays.